The Sumerian version of the Epic of Gilgamesh dates to about 1800 BCE. It is one of the oldest surviving literary texts found in archaeology, as it was written on clay tablets. We find many similarities and differences between the Epic of Gilgamesh and the creation narrative from Genesis 2 and the flood narratives found in Genesis 6 to 9. Gilgamesh was an actual historical king who lived around 2100 BCE and reigned over Uruk. In the story, we read about the fictional character Enkidu, who were created by the gods to stop King Gilgamesh from treating his people so poorly. Enkidu was a wildling of sorts who lived among the animals in perfect harmony with nature. For Enkidu to enter the kingdom of Uruk, he needed to be civilized. According to the epic, a woman was sent to Enkidu to have sex with him. Through this 7-day long sexual encounter, he became civilized. He grew in wisdom and spirituality, but lost his connection with nature and the wild animals. Gilgamesh and Enkidu's first meeting were in the form of a battle, from which they emerged as friends. The epic continues with multiple adventures the two friends embarked upon, including the attempt to cut down a sacred tree in the cedar forest and the murder of the demon guardian of this forest, Humbaba. Another adventure starts with Gilgamesh's sexual rejection of the goddess Ishtar. Ishtar was infuriated and begged the father to send the bull of heaven to destroy Gilgamesh. But luckily, Gilgamesh and Enkidu managed to kill the bull of heaven instead. The gods were not happy with the deaths of Hambuba and the bull of heaven and cursed Enkidu as punishment. The curse caused the eventual death of Enkidu. Gilgamesh was heartbroken. Not wanting to share in Enkidu's fate, Gilgamesh decided to visit the only two humans who survived the Great Flood and were granted immortality by the gods, Utnapishtham and his wife. Many challenges arose on Gilgamesh's travels to Utnapishtham. When he eventually arrived, Utnapishtham tells him the story of how he survived the Great Flood. It is here where we read of the same gods who played a role in the epic of Ikuna Milish, the gods of Enlil and Ea. Utnapishtim tells how the god Enlil sent a flood to destroy all of mankind because of the noise and confusion they brought to earth. The god Ea warned Utnapishtim of Enlil's plan, giving Utnapishtim the chance to build a boat saving himself, his family, and the seeds of all living beings. After the rain and water subsided, Utnapishtim first released a dove, then a swallow, and then a raven to check for dry land. Surviving the ordeal, Utnapishtim brought offerings to the gods. Ea convinced Enlil to grant Utnapishtim and his wife eternal life, whereafter they lived in the lands of the gods. For Gilgamesh to earn his own immortality, Utnapishtim gave him a challenge to stay awake for 6 days and 7 nights, a challenge he failed spectacularly, falling asleep while Utnapishtim was still talking. After some convincing from Utnapishtim's wife, Utnapishtim revealed to Gilgamesh of this plant growing at the bottom of the ocean that would make him young again. Gilgamesh succeeded to find the plant, but soon the plant got stolen by a serpent who loses his old skin and is reborn. Defeated, Gilgamesh returned to his city, where he eventually would also pass away. In the next episode, we will look at all the similarities and differences between this epic and the narratives of Genesis 2 and 6 to 9.